All right, everyone, welcome to Criminal Justice 322 Mediation. My name is Amanda, and I'm going to be your mediator today. I want to thank you both for your willingness to come to this mediation session. Can you please introduce yourselves?
I'm Sam.
Sam, nice to meet you.
I'm Bo.
Bo, nice to meet you. Is it okay if I call you by your first names?
Yes.
Perfect. I would like to start this mediation session by outlining the mediation process for you and going over some ground rules for the session today. Mediation is a process in which a neutral third party helps individuals resolve their conflicts. So that will be me. Mediated agreements are typically more satisfying and longer lasting than other methods of resolving conflict. As your mediator, I am here to help you communicate with one another as a neutral, impartial third party. I do not have the authority to decide what is right or wrong, to make decisions for you, or to provide legal counsel. Everything that we will discuss today will remain private. The only exceptions to this privacy are if we become aware of any felony-level criminal behavior, child abuse, or any threats or acts of violence that are made against each other or yourself. At some point, I may find it necessary to meet with you individually. This is called a caucus. These meetings will also remain confidential from the other party unless you choose to share what you discussed during that caucus meeting today. The ground rules that I want to set today are based on respect. Each party will have their chance to share what brought you in today. When this is happening, I ask that the other party does not interrupt. I also ask that you refrain from name calling and that you treat each other with respect. Do you agree to these ground rules?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Do you have anything that you would like to add as far as our rules go for today? Okay, great. If you think of something that you would like to say while someone else is talking, please write it down on the paper that has been provided for you so that you do not forget and do not interrupt the other person. I will also be taking notes during this session, and they will be destroyed at the conclusion of our mediation process. We can take as much time as we need to reach the resolution. We can also take breaks at any time at the request of either party. If we need more time, we can schedule another session at your convenience. The mediation for today is scheduled from 3:30 to 4 p.m. Are there any time constraints that we should be made aware of?
Nope.
No.
Okay, fantastic. Are there any questions before we get started today?
No.
Ready to go.
Great. All right, so how about we dive in and we start with Sam, since you're the one that requested the mediation today. Does that work for both of you?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, Sam, can you tell us what brought you into mediation today, please?
Yeah, so I have been living in my current house and neighborhood for about 20 years now. I really enjoy my neighborhood. I've really loved living there. It's been a great experience. Bo moved in about a year ago, and I just have some concerns I would like to address regarding that. He always has a lot of family over, and they're staying at the house all the time. Frankly, I think it's more than code allows. I've invested a lot of money in my house, and I take a lot of pride in my ownership, and I just kind of feel like it's not the same since he's just renting. There's always cars parked outside. There's always a lot of people over. They have this big barbecue pit in the back, and the food that they cook kind of smells sometimes. They don't really take care of the yard. It's not always mowed, or if it is, it's not done very well. The front gate is broken, and the fence is kind of in disrepair. I don't really think that I can enjoy my house and the money that I've invested into, like my patio and everything else. I don't really like hanging out there when it's always really loud coming from his side. And I think it's kind of negatively impacting my property value too, to live next to a house that's clearly not being taken care of.
Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing that. Bo, can you please let me know what brought you into mediation today?
Right. So ultimately, my family just wants to live in peace, and every other week, the city departments they come to my house, checking in for like code violations and writing citations for minor infractions that I don't see eye to eye with her with, and it's really putting a strain on my family and myself. Moved in a year ago. The family is just extended family. I'm a very family-oriented person, and I'm 100% certain that she is the one calling the city. She's the one behind this, and I just want to be left alone and have my family prosper and pick up from where they are. So.
Absolutely, thanks for sharing that. Since I've been able to hear both sides of your story today, I would like to break off into a caucus just to hear a little bit more information from either of you. Sam, would it be all right if I spoke to you first for our caucus?
Yeah.
Okay, Bo, I'm going to ask you to step up, please. All right. So Sam, what I'm hearing you say today is that you're concerned with the appearance of your neighbor's home. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so like I told you, I've been living in my current home for about 20 years now. My husband and I are looking to downsize since the kids have grown up. So we actually invested money to improve the curb appeal of our home because we're hoping to sell it. However, because their yard's never taken care of and the fence looks like crap and everything else, I just think it's really going to negatively impact the property values of my home or even the ability to sell it at all. I talked to my realtor and she told me that I really need to have a conversation with him about improving the look of the home so it improves the appeal of the neighborhood if I choose to go ahead and put my house on the market.
Okay, awesome. And what would you like to see as the outcome of this mediation?
I really just want things taken care of. I want those cars off the lawn. I want things picked up. I want the yard mowed. I just want the house to look nice so when people come to look at my house to buy it, that they think the neighborhood is a good place to live.
Okay, great. I am going to ask to switch to a caucus with Bo, but before I do that, is it okay if when we go back to our mediation session that I share this information?
Yeah, I don't think I've told you anything that I haven't already told him, so
Okay.
yes, I'm fine with that.
Great, thank you. If you could send Bo in, please.
Yes.
Hi, Bo. Welcome back in. So what I was hearing you say in mediation earlier is that you're enjoying things as they are at your home and you like the time that you spend with your family there. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
So currently, I'm a construction worker and I do odd jobs, and sometimes it's hard to make ends meet, kind of paycheck to paycheck, and I understand where Sam's coming from. But in terms of the family and extended family, we have a big backyard, we eat as a family, we barbecue with a big open pit to cook, but one of our extended family is living with us till the head of household finds a job. I understand that the garden and yard is a pretty dismal sight. I understand that, and in terms of parking cars in the front lawn, it's only temporary until our family moves out, our extended family moves out.
Sure, okay. And what would you like to see as the outcome of this mediation?
I just want her to understand that it's just a temporary situation. It's going to eventually be taken care of, so that's
Great.
about it.
Okay. Does the fact that the city is coming to your house when Sam calls, is that impacting you at all?
Absolutely. Writing the citations, that alone is hard to pay up front, and I just kind of wish that those citations would stop, and if it leaves us at peace, hopefully things will just move along quicker without all the distractions.
Sure, okay, great. Well, before I bring Sam back in, I wanted to ask, is it okay if I share this information in our mediation session?
Absolutely.
Great, thanks. Sam, you can come back in.
Here I come.
Well. Awesome. So thank you both for your participation today. After speaking with you both in caucus and you revealing that I am able to share and disclose this information, as well as hearing the conversations that we've had earlier during our mediation sessions, it sounds like we've determined that our main issues for mediation are the appearance of the front yard and garden area of Bo's home, but also the impact that it has on his family and the extended family that's living there, as well as the citations that are being given out. But that appearance of the garden also has implications for Sam being able to sell her home or not, and the upkeep on that and bringing down the property value of her home. So unfortunately, we are out of time for today. We can schedule another mediation session to continue to go through this process, but those are the two main issues that we're going to be focusing on for next time around.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Hi, Bo.
Okay.
Thanks for coming to our caucus. Shut up. I'll edit it out. Get out of here.
Thank you for coming to our caucus. I don't know.
You guys do.